Hello, everyone. My name is Korosh Erfani. I am a sociologist and a political analyst. And in on this day of Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, I would like to talk about something that is at least interesting to me. One of the works that I developed in the recent years was a philosophical theory called universal infinitism. I published several books regarding that, and these books are available in the website that you can see www.ilcpbook.com. These books are available in PDF over there, and you can have access to that. So, what's the main idea of the universal infinitism? It's very simple. Based on the history of science, I try to show that uh, we got more and more knowledge about the structure of matter thanks to the progress and the advancement that we have had for knowledge, science, and technology and tools. So the idea is that the more we got knowledge and technology, the more we discovered new layers of the fabric of reality, right? So now, theoretically, we can say that this course is endless somehow, which means that if we continue in this way, if we have more knowledge, more technological tools, instruments, and so on, we can effectively continue to uh, find the new layers of the fabric of matter. And finally, we can get to a watershed point, a turning point, which is where we discover how we can produce endless energy and materials from this infinite structure of matter. So you can imagine how consequential, how important could be such a discovery, right? Getting to where it is possible to have endless material, endless energy. So, which means that every project that we can imagine can be supplied, can be provided by all these infinite sources, right? So, that would be a complete shift in our civilization, and we will really ascend in the steps or the ranks of civilization for sure. But in order to reach that point, there is one condition and only one condition. This is very simple. We have to remain, we have to assure our survival so that we can get there. So there are many, of course, technical conditions, but the essential one is this one. The human civilization must keep going without being disappeared from the surface of Earth. Is as easy as that. So there is no 1,000 conditions. Can we remain? Can we survive or not? If yes, then it would be possible to get to this point that change everything existentially for human beings and also for our civilization. Now, but there is a risk for that. There is a serious threat for that. Okay, what is this? What is this imminent threat to human civilization? This imminent threat is war, and I am talking about all the wars that right now are either actually or potentially going on, right? And at the top of that, of course, it's a question of atomic war. If we get to a nuclear war, uh, uh, we know that the life on Earth will be ended, finished, over, And from that moment, we cannot really count on anything as survival or continuation. So that's why we can say that the warmonger, those who are waging war across the world, are a real threat for the civilization, right? They can effectively make disappear our civilization. So that's why we should be attentive about that and think about that, how we can avoid it. That's very important. Uh, there are a lot of people who are asking, so if we disappear, all right, what happens then? Uh, Nothing. Nothing can happen. I mean, philosophically, there is no catastrophe if we disappear, because when we have an idea about just a few percent of the observable universe with this number of planets, stars, galaxy, so we know that there are millions and millions of other possibility for the living being, intelligent beings, civilization, and so on and so on. So, substantially or philosophically, nothing is important if we disappear. Let's be clear. There is a but what if the probability of getting exactly what we have on Earth on the other planets had been extremely low, right? I am talking about the probability that is infinitesimal, almost zero. Because when you calculate effectively the number of the elements, factors that must be together and interrelated in such a way that they can reproduce something similar that we have right now on planet Earth, is extremely, extremely improbable. It's not zero, but you can imagine that among all these planets, what's the probability of having exactly what we had here as history, as the interrelation between the elements, the geologic elements, climate, weather, the emergence of life, the evolution of life, and then the history as we have lived that to get exactly where we are. We can see that it's extremely, extremely improbable. Um, it's not really plausible, even though it's not zero. Okay, so the question is, we have already what is necessary to make this important change. It's like a lottery, what's the chance to win a lottery? But what's interesting is that if we consider this as a historic, winning ticket for a lottery, we have already this ticket, right? And what is this ticket? This is it. Look, the possibility of getting to endless source of energy and materials. So we are very, very close, we can say, with all the acceleration of new discovery, new technology, AI, quantum computation, and their interrelations. We are very close to have effectively uh, this possibility, this turning point, having, can you imagine, infinite source of energy and material, which means every single individual on Earth can have whatever it's necessary to realize all their dreams or projects or projection, and prospects. So that would be huge. But right now, we have those who are putting seriously this perspective, this extraordinary perspective at risk. Who they are? They are, somehow the enemy of human civilization. They are the warmongers, those who are destroying almost everything, right? And that's why we should be attentive about what's going on, because these people, these stupid people, just for their nonsensical ideology and dreams, they are uh, making us lose a historic opportunity to create something on earth that can be sustainable, that can be durable, and that can be extraordinary. They are doing so. They can doing so. Look at this. That's an example. Gaza is a historic city. You know, there is really more than 5,000 years of history of human history over there. And imagine that a, a Zionist entity with only 77-year-old is destroying that, is wiping it out. So more than 5,000 years of our civilization is getting destroyed, just because of the stupid ideology of the Zionists. So that's why we should be attentive about that. We should think about that, because right now we have this equation. Zionism doesn't have anything compatible with human civilization, right? There is a contradiction, substantial contradiction between these two. And if we don't pay attention to that, this entity of 100 year can effectively destroy everything that we have been building since, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years, 10,000 years ago, right? So that's why we should think about that. That's why the Israeli society, the Israeli civil society, has a real historic responsibility to put an end to this nonsensical entity, to this anti human, anti civilization entity, which is the Zionism. I hope that this message will be received by everyone, including the Israelis, so that they can do something about that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.